Jacob Fatu made his debut in WWE last year as a member of the Bloodline. He defeated LA Knight at this year's WrestleMania to win the United States Championship. On his 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff podcast, the WWE Hall of Famer, Eric Bischoff, made some bold predictions about Jacob's future in the company. Eric Bischoff is one of the most renowned figures in professional wrestling. On his podcast, the former WCW Senior Vice President talked about Jacob Fatu's immense success in the company. He claimed that Jacob, along with Braun Breaker, will be one of the top stars in the company by next year. Ever since making their debut on the main roster, both Jacob Fatu and Braun Breaker have made a mark in the WWE. It will be interesting to see what the future holds for both superstars. The Samoan Werewolf is one of the most feared stars on the WWE roster today. He is known to always stay in character, and it's always a rare sight to see him break character. However, Jacob broke kayfabe after posting a message on X/Twitter after the tragic passing of ECW legend Sabu. Sabu was one of the most influential figures in the world of professional wrestling and inspired many superstars. Paying his respects to the legend, Jacob Fatu wrote a heartfelt message on X/Twitter. The wrestling world has been in a state of mourning ever since the tragic news of Sabu's passing came out. Fans and wrestlers all over the world have paid their respects to the ECW legend after his passing. In the world of professional wrestling, the lineage of legendary families is a significant aspect of the sport's history. One name that has been consistently associated with wrestling greatness is the Wwe family, a dynasty that has produced some of the biggest names in WWE history, including The Rock, Roman Reigns, and the USOs. However, there's another member of this family who is generating a lot of buzz in the wrestling community: Jacob Fatu. Fatu, who currently reigns as a dominant force in Major League Wrestling MLW, has been turning heads with his impressive in-ring abilities, undeniable charisma, and rich heritage. Recently, a WWE Hall of Famer made a bold prediction about Fatu's future, stating that he is right there when it comes to making the jump to WWE. The Hall of Famer in question is none other than Mark Henry, a former world heavyweight champion and Olympic weightlifter, who has seen it all during his decades-long career in the wrestling business. Mark Henry's words carry weight, and when he speaks about the potential of a young wrestler like Jacob Fatu, the wrestling world listens. But what makes this prediction so bold? What does it mean for Fatu's future? And could this be the beginning of something special for the rising star in the professional wrestling landscape? Let's dive deeper. Who is Jacob Fatu? Jacob Fatu may not yet be a household name in the same way that his cousins Roman Reigns and the USOs are, but he's certainly carving out a legacy of his own. Born into the famed Wwe family, Fatu has the bloodline of wrestling royalty coursing through his veins. As a second-generation wrestler, Jacob's skills and natural talents were apparent from an early age. Fatu made his professional wrestling debut in 2014 and quickly gained a reputation for his brutal and athletic style in the ring. His no-nonsense persona has earned him the respect of fans and colleagues alike. But it's his uncanny ability to blend his family's traditional Samoan wrestling techniques with modern athleticism that sets him apart. He became a standout star in Major League Wrestling MLW, where he currently holds the MLW World Heavyweight Championship. His reign as champion has been marked by intense matches and a fierce persona that commands attention. Despite his success, however, Fatu's rise has largely been outside of the WWE spotlight. But this could all change in the near future. Mark Henry's bold prediction. Mark Henry's prediction about Jacob Fatu's future is a game-changer for Fatu's career. In an interview, Henry, a veteran of the wrestling world who has seen countless talents come and go, stated that Fatu is right there in terms of being ready for WWE. To be clear, Henry wasn't just talking about Fatu's in-ring abilities. He was referring to the fact that Fatu has the potential to be a major WWE star, one that could step into the spotlight and carry the weight of the family legacy with ease. "I see him," Henry said. "He's right there. They're right there. The bloodline, the talent, the look, it's all there. Jacob Fatu could do something in WWE that would blow people's minds. He's ready. Henry's prediction isn't just empty praise. It comes from someone who knows the wrestling business inside and out. Mark Henry has been a part of WWE for over 2 decades, and he's worked with some of the biggest names in the business, including The Rock, John Cena, and Triple H. When Henry says Fatu is right there, it carries a lot of weight. The question then is, what exactly does this prediction mean? Is Fatu really ready for the jump to WWE? And what would his potential arrival in WWE do for the company? Fatu's strengths. What sets him apart? Jacob Fatu's in-ring ability is the first thing that sets him apart from many other rising stars. His wrestling style is a blend of power and agility, which makes him a threat in every type of match. From devastating powerbombs to high-flying moves, Fatu has proven he's capable of going toe-to-toe with the best in the industry. In fact, his agility for someone of his size is astonishing, allowing him to pull off moves like a moonsault, a move typically seen from much smaller wrestlers. But beyond his physical gifts, Fatu's presence in the ring is something that can't be ignored. His intensity and ability to connect with the audience have made him a fan favorite, even in a promotion as niche as MLW. His Samoan werewolf persona is not just a gimmick. It's a reflection of his wrestling family's tradition, infused with his own fierce individuality. One of Fatu's most impressive traits is his ability to adapt. In a world where wrestling styles are always evolving, Fatu has consistently demonstrated an ability to blend traditional Samoan wrestling techniques with modern-day high-impact moves. This versatility makes him not only an exciting prospect for WWE, but also a potential crossover star who could thrive in different formats, whether it be traditional wrestling matches or the more cinematic storylines that WWE has been known for. The family legacy. A huge advantage. When discussing Jacob Fatu's potential, we cannot ignore the family legacy that he carries with him. The Wwe family has been a staple in professional wrestling for decades, with superstars like The Rock, Roman Reigns, and the USOs reaching the top of the WWE mountain. Fatu has some of the most influential figures in wrestling history in his corner. However, he is not just relying on the family name. He is building his own reputation with each passing match. That being said, his connection to this esteemed lineage undoubtedly gives him a huge advantage in the wrestling business. WWE has always been a family-oriented company, with the best talent often coming from long-standing wrestling legacies. Fatu's connection to the Wwe family will only help propel him forward, as he'll have the support of some of the biggest names in wrestling history. WWE's need for fresh talent. The WWE landscape is constantly changing, and the company is always on the lookout for new talent to inject fresh energy into its product. While WWE has some of the biggest stars in the world today, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and others, there's always room for new faces to make an impact. Fatu represents a fresh, unique talent that WWE can build around. His athleticism, combined with his natural charisma and family legacy, make him a perfect candidate to be the next big star in the company. WWE has seen great success with stars like The Rock and Roman Reigns, and it's clear that they understand the value of the Wwe bloodline. Fatu's transition to WWE would not only bolster the company's roster, but also provide new storylines and rivalries that fans would love to see. Imagine a feud between Fatu and his cousin, Roman Reigns, for the Universal Championship. It's a storyline that writes itself. Given the family dynamics, this potential feud could capture the attention of both wrestling fans and casual viewers alike. What does the future hold for Jacob Fatu? Mark Henry's prediction is just the beginning of the speculation surrounding Jacob Fatu's future in WWE. While nothing has been confirmed yet, the signs are clear. Fatu's time in MLW might be nearing its end, and WWE is a very real possibility for the young star. Whether he makes the move in the coming months or years, the excitement surrounding his potential jump is palpable. If WWE is serious about bringing Fatu into the fold, it's likely that we will see some early signs in the form of behind-the-scenes negotiations, potential Royal Rumble appearances, or even an NXT debut before the inevitable call up to the main roster.